Well, a good afternoon to everyone. This is the Central Florida Computer Society and the Windows Special Interest Group, or WinSIG, for May 14th, 2017. My name is Huey Poplock. I'm the leader of the WinSIG, have been for many, many years. Too many, I guess. We have opened it up now to the rest of the country, and right now we've got about 17 people online from around the country. There's some first a few words from our sponsors, the Central Florida Computer Society, and let me get into the, and I'm not sure if this blocks something or not, so I'll put it over to the side here. This is sponsored by the Central Florida Computer Society, and there is their web address. CFCS pays for the production software that we're using, zoom.us, and is also, this is the special interest group part of the CFCS, which I have been handling for many years. CFCS is also a member of APCUG, which is an International Association of Technology and Computer User Groups. There's their website address on the screen. APCUG helped publicize the event. Also, Huey's Views and Reviews, my website, is a blog and also contains all of the WinSIG notes, meeting notes, information, and you get to it at huey.net/WinSIG. And that's where you will find the recording for this as well. I also want to mention that coming soon will be a virtual Chromebook special interest group that I am going to be doing. I am asking any user group who would like to utilize either the live or the recorded meetings. And I will have a website where I'll keep track, I'll be able to post links and information and so on about the Chromebook. More on that is coming. Hopefully within, hopefully it'll be live by July 1st. And we'll have a time set for when the live meeting will be online, and we'll be opening it up to everyone. And so if your user group is interested, please, or anyone in your user group is interested in attending, we will would like to have you join us. And then also at the end of this meeting, please go to this address. This I would like you to write down. It's bit.ly/2WinSIG0517. Today's day, month, and year. And if you'll go there and fill out a survey after the meeting, I would very much appreciate it. And thanks, and let's get started here. Let's close down the, let's see if we get it back to the beginning here. So when I come back to it, we will show this, those few slides again a little bit later. You're seeing my screen right now. All of these, I use something called fences, and all of these are drop downs, so I don't have a screen cluttered with a whole bunch of icons, and then by double clicking they go away magically. And so what we're going to do is talk about Windows 10 and the creator upgrade that was official last month. I only have it right now on this, my desktop computer. I am going to try to force it to my Dell laptop tomorrow so I can do some presentations on the road. But also I have another laptop and I have a Surface that none of them have had the upgrades done yet. And Microsoft is rolling them out slowly, so you may not have received it yet, or you may have received it, but you don't know what all of the items are that that have been upgraded or changed or added to Windows 10. And that's what I'm going to demonstrate today. So let's get started. First one I have on my list, and they're in no special order, is I'm going to go to Settings. And what we're going to look at is the Nightlight. and settings, and then system, and then display, and then Nightlight. You'll see Nightlight right here. I've got it turned on, and it's off till 8:12 p.m. because let me shut it off and then we'll see what the settings are. Nightlight settings. Screen emits a blue light which can keep you up at night. Nightlight displays a warmer color or warmer colors to help you sleep. And to show you what that means, right now it's set at this. This is the default right where it is. And I'm going to turn it on so you can see. Hopefully you'll be able to see. Did you notice, or do you notice that it kind of changes color, and it's kind of like a low orange. If I turn it off, it gets bright again. And then you can schedule it. So I just scheduled to turn it on, and you can schedule it sunrise to sunset. I'm sorry, sunset to sunrise. And it automatically, because it knows your time zone and where you're located, it will adjust these as they adjust. So in the time zone I'm in, it's 8:12 is the sunset, and tomorrow the sunrise will be at 6:43. Or you can set your own hours by clicking here and have what time you want it to turn on, what time you want to turn it off. So if you've got it in a room where somebody's going to be sleeping, you might want to make it so it's a little duller light. And so we'll go back to our settings here. Now you'll notice that I have it turned on. And so at night, it will automatically change at sunset, and again, change back again at sunrise in the morning. So that's the Nightlight. The next item that I want to show you that's changed is the Edge browser. And to find Edge, we go here. The easiest way is to pick on any of the letters in your menu, because I have so many items here. By clicking a letter, you then get like a dial box, and I want to go to E for Edge. No, that's not where I want to go. I want to go to M for Microsoft Edge. So you've got to know what you're looking for, and if you can't find it with one, you'll find it with the other, and here it is. And so I'm going to start Edge. Let me move it over. Actually, I'll full screen it. And it doesn't need to be here, so we'll close that. And we're in Facebook. Let's see if we're in the right Facebook one here. Okay, we're in Facebook. So what I wanted to show you here is a couple of things. One is you've got Edge tab management and annotations. So let's find the, I don't remember where this is now. The tab management is up here at the top, and because because all of my, let's see, so I need to not make this quite full screen, but I can make it go to the side. And larger here. There we go. We've got new tab here, and what you've got right here is a little drop down, show tab previews. So what I can do now is I can see a preview of all of my tabs. This is called tab management, and I can pick and choose which one I want to go to. So if I wanted to go to Feedly, I click here and it takes me to Feedly. If I want to go to the Edge tips, it's right here. If I want to go to Eventbrite, not sure what I've got on here. There we go, the screen to Eventbrite, and I can come back to where the new tabs are, and there's pictures of some things that I could pick and choose if I wanted to. That's called tab management, and that's that down arrow right there. And of course, you've got the various tabs at the top. You can also do the annotations, and the annotations are right here. And so with this, I could take the marker, and let's pick an orange color, so I can then circle this. I can put an arrow down to something, where right now it's 80 degrees here. If I want to highlight something, I can highlight it here. And if I want to do a call out, I can do a call out and type in something there. And you can do a clip, and you can do some touch writing. So I could actually, now I have a touch screen, so I'm going to do this with my finger, and you can't tell that, but I can also say, let's see, how do I do that? I've not tried that, and I guess it's, I guess it's not, I don't know how to do it. Nope, it's not working right now because I'm not sure how to do it, so I won't spend any more time on that. But there's a lot more things in Edge now that you could do that you couldn't, but the biggest thing is this tab management. And so let's go ahead and close out of, we're going to say no to save the changes. Let's see if there's any questions. I haven't seen any now. Okay. Next item I'm going to say, talk about is using your Windows 10 PC as a mobile hotspot. I know some of you use your smartphone as a hotspot, and wherever you are, you can then connect your laptop or something to it. But if you're at home and you're on your desktop, or if you've got a laptop and you're in your hotel room and you want to use one Wi-Fi connection and make it a little and run it through your computer, in order to create a hotspot within the Creator version of Windows 10, what we're going to do is we go into Settings, then go to Network and Internet. Then you'll see right here, Mobile Hotspot. When I click on that, that's the internet connection that I have. In other words, the Wi-Fi that I have, and actually this particular computer is connected via wire, but I can turn on my internet connection, and now it tells me what my password is and what the name will be. And let me just hang on one second. I'm sorry, I had to get up and grab my iPad, which was not within reach. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my iPad on, go to settings, and you can't see this right now, but what you are going to see in just a moment is I'm going to change my Wi-Fi on my iPad to that NUC 2621. It's going to ask for my password. It's still trying to connect. Still trying to connect. Okay, come on. It was faster than this before. Now it's connected, and because I connected before, it didn't ask. So you should be able to see now Huey's iPad is on here, and it shows that it's connected and what IP address it's using and so on. So, and I believe you can have up to 3 items connected to your hotspot. I will turn that off on my iPad, and you'll see it go away here in a moment. It did, and I'm going to turn my hotspot off. I think that's a pretty good item to have. So if you've got company over, you don't have to give them your password to your router or to your internet within the house. You can become the hotspot and then change the password as you want within Windows, and so you can control it a little bit better. And if they come back, they can't sit out in your driveway and use your Wi-Fi if you don't want them to. So that's the mobile hotspot. Let's go back to home of settings. The next item that I want to talk about a little bit is Microsoft gives you more control over your privacy in Windows 10. Let's see if we got any questions yet. No, good. Now to get to this, we go to settings, and then we go to privacy, and then general, and change privacy options, which is right here. And there's several things that you can do here. You can let the apps use advertising ID to make ads more interesting to you based on your app usage. But if you don't want to do that, you can turn that off. I have it turned off, and you can turn it off and then turn it back on again, and that resets your ID. You can let websites provide locally relevant content by accessing your language list, so it's in English. If that's your language. And then you can also let Windows track app launches to improve start and search results. For whatever reason, I've got that off, but you can also manage my info that's stored in the cloud by clicking on that, and there's some choices there. You can know your privacy options. And then if you have any questions, you can do so as well. I see something drop down that there was a comment or something. Let's see if there is a question. Hotspot allows up to 8 devices. Thank you for whoever checked on that. I thought it was 3, but that's something else maybe I was looking at. But let me close this. Okay, so you've got some control of some things dealing with your privacy. And then you can go into all of the other items here under general as well, under privacy. Okay, Cortana. I don't know how many of you use Cortana. I don't use the audio portion, but let's go ahead and I'm going to say, Cortana, what's the weather? What's the weather?
Right now, it's sunny and 83, and today's forecast shows mostly sunny skies with a high of 85 and a low of 72.
So that's some of what you can do with Cortana. You can do it audio. You can type whatever you want in as well. But there's some new things with Cortana. And the big thing is recurring reminders. So let's go ahead and open Cortana and type in reminders. This is taking me out to iCloud. This is not what I was looking for. Okay. That's signing into iCloud, and I signed out, so that's not what I wanted. I didn't want iCloud anyway. But set a reminder. Let's see, I got to turn the microphone on. Set a reminder.
Okay, what do you want to remember?
A meeting.
When do you want to be reminded?
Tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Okay, remind you to I'm eating at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Sound good?
No.
All right, should I change the reminder, date, or time?
Reminder. Reminder. The reminder. Change the reminder. Maybe I have to click this. Reminder.
What's your reminder?
A meeting.
All right, remind you to a meeting at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll remind you. You can also see it in your reminders list anytime.
So that's the addition to Cortana that they are touting in the Windows 10 Creator update. So not sure whether I would use that. I happen to use Outlook, and I use Google Calendar. And in fact, I'm using Google Calendar, connecting it with Outlook, connecting it with my iPad, my iPhone, and my Chromebook. So I probably wouldn't use the Cortana because I'm not always in front of my desktop, and I'm not always on a window machine. So, but if you're in front of your computer all the time and you use it a lot, you might want to use the reminder for Cortana and use Cortana. Of course, Cortana, if you're not using the audio portion of it, you can just type a question and just say, what is the weather? You can just type what you want, and she'll come back with the same information. Okay. She just did, and then it went away. I'll do a question. Anyway, it worked a minute ago. Let's do it one more time. And say weather in Bradenton. There we go. Okay, sometimes you got to do it twice because she doesn't understand. It's Mother's Day. She's relaxing, having a toddy or two. Okay, the next of the items I want to cover. This has to do with put off the Windows update for up to a year. So let's see how you can adjust that. We go to Settings. By the way, let's close that out. I want to show you another way to get to Settings. If you right mouse click your Start button, you can go right here and click on Settings. Makes it easier. And you also have a keyboard stroke as well to get to it. Okay, Settings. Then we want to go to Update and Security. And we want to go to Advanced Options, which are here. And then you can choose when updates are installed. Now, I'm using the Pro version, so I have more control than you will have if you got the Home version. If you have the Home version, you can put it off, but you can't stop it, I believe. But what I can do here is I can choose the current branch. I can, a feature update includes how much, I want to defer it for how many days, and I believe I can do it up to 365. As you can see, quality update includes security improvements. It can be deferred for many days, and again, that one as well. That one you can do up to 30 days. You can pause updates, temporarily pause updates from being installed up to 35 days. When updates resume, this device will need to get the latest updates before it can be paused again. So that gives you some pause, but you really want to do the updates. The latest malware worldwide event that happened in the last couple of days, you may have heard about. If you did the regular updates, there was an update in March which would have eliminated the possibility of you being infected had that malware been exposed, you had been exposed to it on your computer. Because they fixed it in March, but because some companies and some computers did not do that update, they were vulnerable. There's quite a bit on that as well out on the web, and if you need more information on it, let me know and I'll get some information out to you. But make sure you do the updates. Okay. The next item has to do with your Start menu, and your Start menu is what we called what did we call these things in the beginning? The Metro look. They don't use that anymore. But what you can do now is you can create a folder of these. So let's say we've got the games and the movies. I can take the games, move them down, and put it over the movies. And now what I have, if I click the up button, the two of them are now in a single box. And then I can take that single box, and when I click on it, it gives them separate. But most of the time, when I do that, and then I'll bring it back up, they're now it's like a folder, and I could put several in the one folder. But then if I decide later on that I want to separate them, I can just take this. I can bring this back up here, take this one, and bring it over here, and bring it back over, and so we're back to where we started. So you can combine them and make folders out of them. Okay, so we're down to this. Okay, one more thing before we continue. I would like to go back to the slideshow that I have for those that came in late. And I would like to mention that this is the WinSIG. And the CFCS website is cfcs.org. APCUG is apcug2.org. My website is huey.net. And the Windows Special Interest Group website is huey.net/WinSIG. And that's where this recording will be, as well as the notes from today's meeting. And coming soon will be the virtual Chromebook SIG and the virtual Chromebook website. And we're going to be aiming it to seniors, parents, and grandparents to use the Chromebook and the advantages and so on. And we'll be talking about that a great deal on the Chromebook SIG, which will be open to all user groups. So if there are members in your group, or if your group itself is interested, get in touch with me, and I'll be getting more information out about it. And then when we finish this meeting today, please write this down. I would like you to go to http://bit.ly, that's bit.ly, bit.ly/ and then 2 WinSIG 0517, which is May 17th. May 2017. So please do fill out the survey. It's very important to us. And we'll close this back out and get back. And thank you for a word from our sponsors. Okay, now I want to talk about the dynamic lock. I'm not sure whether I would use this. I don't have a reason to, but some of you may be in a situation where you need it. So let's go where we want to go to settings, and then accounts. And then we want to go to sign in options. And we're going to come down and go to see where it says dynamic lock. Right, as I scroll down, Windows can use devices that are paired to your PC to know when you're away. You can allow Windows to detect when you're away and automatically lock the device. When you check that, you then pair your iPhone, your Android phone, your iPad, your tablet, you pair it with your Windows machine. And when you walk away with that phone or that tablet, when you're more than 100, I believe it's 150 feet, it will automatically sense that you're more than 150 feet away, and it will turn around and lock your computer. So you have to type in your password to get back into it. So if you are somewhere where other people could access your computer and you get up and walk away and forget to sign out, it will automatically sign out for you. That's called the dynamic lock. So it's a good way to protect yourself, especially if you're in an office situation or even at home. You carry your phone with you, and if you walk away from your computer, the kids can't, or the dog can't walk across the keyboard and do something to the spreadsheet or the photo that you've been editing for an hour and screw it all up, it will automatically lock the screen. And so when you come back, you just type in your password and you're ready to go again. It just locks the screen. It doesn't shut it down or anything, but it is a protection for you. And that's, again, another new feature of the Creator version of Windows 10. Okay, next item on my list is the Windows 10 troubleshooters are now all in one place. So let's take a look at where they are. We go to Settings, and then Update and Security. And then Troubleshoot, which is right here. And this is all of your Windows 10 troubleshooters in one place. You got internet connections, find and fix problems with connecting to the internet or go to the websites. Playing audio, find and fix problems with playing sound. Your printer, find and fix problems with printing. And your Windows Update, resolve problems that prevent you from updating Windows. I'm not going to click on anything here because when I was testing this, it wanted to fix something and then all of a sudden my microphone wasn't working, and I don't want that to happen in the middle of this presentation. So we'll just mention what the different items are, but as I scroll up, here's find and fix other problems. If you get a blue screen, troubleshoot errors that causes Windows to stop or restart unexpectedly, Bluetooth problems, hardware and devices, your home group, incoming connections, your keyboard, your network adapter, power, program compatibility troubleshooter, your recording audio, your search and indexing, and you know what? Did I start the recorder? I don't think I did. Whoops, I clicked on something here. There's a couple places we can get to maps. We can hit the A, map, and maps. And so we brought the map up. So we can zoom in a little bit here. So those lines aren't there, but let's say we want to pretty much follow Route 60. So I come up here and say, okay, I want to use the inking, which is the touch screen, and I want to lock the screen so it doesn't move. And I'm going to start here in Tampa, and I'm going to go across 60. I'm just doing this with my finger across my screen to right here and stop at the turnpike, and it gives a line. Now I'm going to change the color of that. We'll change that to a green, and we'll come back and I'll move this out, and I'm going to click on this, which will give me a mileage. And so I'm going to do basically the same route. That's supposed to be green, but it's red. Okay, that's close. And when I let go of it, it pops up and says the distance I just showed you was 104 miles, 104.6 miles. And there's a ruler that will come on the screen. You can move it around, but I haven't figured out how you designate and how you use the ruler. It's not very clear, and I don't like it. And then if you want to erase something, you can just click that, and these will go away. So that's the mapping. But another nice thing, another nice feature of the map, we'll turn the inking off, but let's take a look at Route 4. And let's take it, what I want to do is come down here around Northport, right in through here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the traffic on, and you can see in some places, let's see if we come in closer. It doesn't look like they have any cameras there. Camera traffic. No. But if I come up, you can see the different traffic venues, but as I move in, there, okay. I guess let's come down south now. What you're seeing are some traffic little cameras. And so if we come down here, well, I'm just going to pick one right here. You'll see on the left, you'll see what the latest traffic is on that. These aren't continuous, so you're not seeing them move, but if I wait a few minutes on the same camera, it will be a different picture. So they take every few minutes. They don't, it's not a live camera, but it is a recurring camera that keeps updating. So you can see how busy the roads are. If there's a problem somewhere on your favorite road or on your route. Let's come back up here to where you are in Orlando. You probably got more traffic than we have. Back up here a little bit. There we go. Let the map fill in. And let's take around Maitland. There's the camera in Maitland. That's where the construction is. Let's come up here to Cimarron and I-4. Well, you got a lot of construction there too. You got a lot of construction in your area, which we've got some, but let's come down here where you can see some traffic maybe. So there we go. So you get the idea. And I really like this in the maps, and I like the fact that I can trace out a route by hand and then have it give me an approximate mileage of it as well. And let's go back to the other part that didn't that we didn't get. And let's see, and that was in the themes. So where we were with themes was settings, personalization, and then we'll come to themes, and you've got some themes here that come with Windows. But if you look here, get more themes in the store, it opens up the Windows Store, and then you have all of these themes that you can choose from, and they're all free. You can see all of these are free, and I'm sure there's some out there that aren't, but all of the ones that I'm looking at right now that you're seeing as well, I'm presuming you're seeing on the screen all right. Those are all free, and you can choose any of those and change your themes. As I mentioned earlier, but may not be on this recording, I keep a blank color in the background just so it's not so confusing when I'm doing presentations. But if I wanted to put a picture in there, I could do that, apply a theme, put my own picture in, whatever I wanted to do. So that's the themes. Did the maps. I did the quick traffic check in the maps and the inking of the maps. Okay, what about some more information about privacy? Let's go ahead and go to settings. I hope this isn't a repeat of what we did earlier. We're going to do privacy, general, and then change privacy options, and that is something we did earlier. So I had this in here twice. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go back to settings. And this time we're going to look at system and storage. And then this PC, I'll do that in just a second. The Windows 10 storage sense, it senses, it's a sense butler, and it tidies up for you. The Windows Sense, or Storage Sense, Windows can automatically free up space by getting rid of files you don't need, like temporary files and content in your recycle bin. I've got it turned on, so there may not be much to show you here, but let's click on this PC, which is my C drive. It's a 194 gigabyte drive. I'm using 166 gigabytes of it. It's now figuring out what I'm using it for and what's going on. And you see the little round thing circling. That means it's doing some figuring. Well, it's still checking. But you get the idea. Apps and games, I got 83.7 gigabytes. Desktop mail, you can see how much I have. And it's still trying to figure some things out here. It was faster when I doubled. There we go. Okay. Now it's coming up with the final numbers. Last refreshed 223. That was just now is what it just did. It just refreshed. It gives me the exact numbers. Temporary files, I could clean up a gigabyte there. If I clean mail off, I'd clean off 1.39 gigabytes. And so it gives you an idea of where items are stored. I also have another drive, which I'm using about 2/3 of it. That'll take longer to refresh, but let's just double click here. You can see videos, temporary files. Temporary files, 105 gigabytes. So most of that I can probably get rid of. I can clean off 105 gigabytes right there off of that drive. I'm sure I've got some other stuff too. And it's just updating the numbers, but they should be pretty much the same. It hasn't changed much since the last time I've done this. So it gives you an idea on the storage, and you can turn that on, and it'll clean it up, or it'll come up and give you a notice saying that you can clean this up. And then it change how we free up space. We cleaned up 12.3 megabytes of disk space in the past month. Delete temporary files that my apps aren't using. I've got that turned on. And delete files that have been in the recycle bin for over 30 days, and that's on. And I can click on free up space now. I can say clean now, and it'll clean off stuff. Again, I don't want to do that while we're online. You've seen already what can pushing a button sometimes can cause. So it's still a good addition to the operating system, and it gives you some more ways to save space on your hard drive. Okay, let's go to another item here, the Windows Defender. So to get to the Windows Defender, we click on a letter, brings up our dial box here, and let's come to W for Windows and the Defender Security Center. And I am being protected, the device performance and health, and you can reset your PC. If you need to reset your PC, in other words, get a fresh start, this is where you do it from. And I'm obviously not going to do that because that wipes your operating system and reinstalls it. But you now do it from your Windows Defender device and performance and health. Performance and health, you get a health report, and last scan was done on the 14th, which is today. I have no issues with the update. I'm updated. This is up to date. The driver, no issues, no storage capacity issues, and fresh start. Start with a clean and up-to-date installation of Windows. This will keep your personal files in some Windows settings and remove some of your apps. In some cases, this may improve your device startup and shutdown experience, memory usage, store apps performance, and browsing experience and battery life. But you're going to have to reinstall some of your programs, but the data will still be there. And some of your settings may have changed. You'll have to go in and do that. But you can do that. But you now do that through the Windows Defense Security Center, not the old way, which I don't recall exactly how you did it. But you do it this way now. Okay. And also under the Windows Defender security system is your family options. This is where you can go in and set your parent controls. You can help protect kids online, set good screen time habits, keep track of your child's digital life, and let your kids buy appropriate apps and games or choose not to. And then you can look at your family viewing settings, and you can also see your family devices at a glance and check the health of them as well. So all of that's done under the Windows Defender Security Center. Now, this past week I listened to Leo Laporte, and for those of you who are familiar with TWIT, T-W-I-T, the Week in Technology.tv, and all of their podcasts, Leo pretty much says, if you're going to use antivirus, don't use any of the free ones, don't use anything, use the Windows Defender that's part of Windows. And he even has some of those antivirus programs, or has had some of them as sponsors, and that he is saying now that you should use the Windows Defender that's built into Windows. It's much more up to date. I'm not sure if I totally agree, but I have it on one computer, and then I have commercial versions of MSoft on one, and I'm trying to think of what the one on the other computer is. I'm using AVG free, or not Avast free on the other one. So I don't attest to that totally, but Windows Defender certainly is a strong antivirus program, and then run your anti-malware as often as you can to double check and make sure that you're in pretty good shape. Okay, let's go to item 17 on my list, and we're time-wise are pretty good. Get Office. Get Office used to be, when you clicked on that, when you first got your computer, it would say, okay, click on this and you will get a test or a trial version of Office. And that's what Get Office was about. Let's see, somebody just left a note. I know there's a lot of, when we had our problem earlier, let me look at the questions first while we do this. 228, and you're waiting, okay? So we'll keep going as long as we have to. So what we're going to do is click here again and get Office. Now I am a subscriber of Office 365. So my settings and what you see on my screen might be a little bit different than what you get, but what Get Office is now is your Office Manager, Microsoft Office Manager, or your 365 Office Manager. So I have Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and Publisher and Access on this computer. I don't know if I've got Access installed, but I can also go to OneDrive and go online and use any of them. You can use the free, but it's all controlled by here. So you see when I click on Get Office, you see my recent documents. Hang on one second. Okay, let me take a swig of soda. I ought to make that vodka, but it isn't. It's Diet Coke. And under here, we can go to My Account, Programs, Documents. So you can see here, there's recent documents. I can click on any of these. It'll open the program. So this is a starting point now for you to use your Office and to manage it. So when I go to My Account, I hope it doesn't show any information I don't want you to see. Yeah, it tells you that I've got the 5 version Office, and I'm installed on 3. So I actually have 2 more computers I could put Office 365 on. It's the home version. I pay $100 a year. I think it's well worth it. That's $20 a computer for a year, and I can use and I use it free on my iOS devices and can interchange files between all of them, and I get a terabyte of storage for each of the installs. So I get 3 different terabyte cloud storage of a terabyte each, and then I can add more users, and I can manage my Office software account from the Get Office start box from here. This is brand new in this version. Now there's the next 2 items I'm going to show you are items that I have not looked at and that I'm not going to use, but let's take a look at what they are. One of them is the Paint 3D. This is part of the creator portion of the creator version of Microsoft Windows 10. Paint 3D is a program they've now added, and this is as far as I've gone. So I've not gotten into this. It's creating 3D images, and one of the other things that you're going to see more and more with the newer versions of Windows is reality, artificial reality, and artificial. There's different kinds of reality that they're going to have for systems, and you're going to see it more built into Windows. A lot of it's for gaming, but not just for gaming, but you're going to see more and more of that sort of thing. I'm not into that, so this isn't something I would use. And then the other item that the last item that I have in my list of items that I was going to cover with you has to do with Xbox. And did I delete it, or do I still have it up here? I think I deleted it because I don't use it. No, that's tile time. But there's one of these boxes is for Xbox, and since I don't have an Xbox, I would have no use for it anyway. And so that's not something I would do. That's pretty much all of the items that I wanted to cover. And let's go ahead and let's see if I can do this without a problem. I'll open this. I don't think you see this box that I just opened on my desk. And from the hall anyway, I just unmuted you, Stan. Are there any questions in the audience there? And then please repeat them into the microphone.
All right, Ted Goodwin has a question to have you repeat something.
The site that you said, the event site?
Oh, the survey?
Okay, yes, I will repeat those in just a moment. Thank you. And let's see, there's a couple of in the chat box. Let's see if I can find something here. Is 365 the only Microsoft Office you can purchase? No, I understand you can still buy a boxed version or download the software and run it from your computer. However, if you buy the 365, you can run it locally on your computer as well as from the cloud. So if you'll notice here, let me show you, I have PowerPoint. Well, I'm running PowerPoint, and that's a good way to get into what we were talking about, because I think I closed that PowerPoint presentation. Let's go ahead and open it. And then this is the slide. You can see this is local on my computer, the PowerPoint is. And let's go ahead and go through these slides really quickly again. This is what we're doing today. Whoops, let's go back. CFCS.org and APCUG2.org. And then Huey.net is my website. The WinSig address is huey.net/WinSig. And the Chromebook SIG is coming soon. And here is the address for the survey. Please take it when you log off or when I log off. It doesn't matter which, whatever comes first. But do go to http://bit.ly/2WinSig0517 or May 2017 is what that stands for. And the 2 was automatically put there by Bitly. So please go to that address and do the survey. But as I was saying, as you can see, I am running that locally, but I could use the one from the web. And let's open up Edge again. And I'm not sure if I can get to it quickly, but we'll try to do it quickly. I think it's office.com. Whoops. Install Office. No. Here. So if I click here and go to PowerPoint, sign in to Microsoft, you have to sign in with an account. You have to have an account, but doesn't mean you have to own it. You don't have to buy it, but you can. I'm not going to do it right now, but if I did, it would then open up the PowerPoint online, and you can use it on the web. Okay, let's go ahead and close that out. And let's see if there was another question here from the audience there. Any issues, bugs with Creators Update yet? I really haven't found any, Mike. I have seen some fixes to Microsoft issues, but I haven't seen anything in specific. I do know that when I did the install on this, it was at 16%, and it was at 16%. And it was at 16%, and I went out. When I came back, it was done, but it was a few hours later. So I don't know how long it actually took, and I don't know how long it was stuck at 16%. But I was really afraid, so I went out and looked up online, stalled at 16%, and some people had other percentages, but what it's doing is it's doing something big. It takes a long time, and it doesn't do it piece by piece. It changes the percentage when it completes whatever it's working on, and then when it goes to the next part, it then will change it. When it finishes that, it updates the percentage, so it can go very slow and then go very fast. So it's not really a good indicator, and it won't stall. It's not stuck. If you'll get an error message before you'll have it stalled out. So just be patient. And I saw a couple of people, they left it on all night, and then in the morning it updated. I had that same problem going to Windows 10 from Windows 7 on one of my machines, and I left it overnight, and in the morning when I woke up, it finally completed. So that really isn't an issue, but be patient and don't stop it. Just let it sit there. So make sure, number one, if it's a laptop, that you have it plugged in when you do your upgrade or any upgrade. And then also make sure you don't need your computer for quite a while, and that you can walk away from it and do something else and then come back to it. Stan, any other questions from the audience there?
Any questions for Huey? None, I guess.
Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.